Collins presents Learn Mandarin Chinese with Paul Noble, Part 2. Created and read by Paul and Kai D. Noble.
What is to drink?
喝
喝
Now, if you remember, to drink is a first tone word. This is the doctor's tone, high and flat. Practice it now. Tell your patient to say ah.
啊
啊
And now, using that first tone again, say to drink.
喝
喝
And what is and in Chinese?
和
和
And if you remember, this is a second tone word, the person upstairs' tone, a rising tone. Practice this again now. Answer that person who's downstairs that you can't quite hear. Say, yeah?
yeah
yeah
Now say, who?
who
who
And now, with that same rising, slightly questioning tone, say the word for and in Chinese.
和
和
Good. So that's the first and second tone in Chinese, the doctor's tone and the person upstairs' tone. Let's look at the third tone now. We'll call this the exasperated teacher's tone. I want you to think about a teacher standing at the front of a class, giving a long explanation. Or at least, she's trying to give a long explanation. But one of her students keeps raising their hand to ask questions. This is really quite exasperating for the teacher. You can tell this by her response when she's interrupted for the third time. Pausing her explanation, yet again, and looking over at the student, she says, yes. That is the third tone in Chinese, a falling, rising tone, the exasperated teacher's tone. Let's practice that now. You're standing in front of your class, the student's hand is raised yet again, and so you've got to pause yet again. So look up at your pupil, exasperated at having to stop your explanation for the third time, and say, yes.
yes
yes
That is the third tone, falling and rising, the exasperated teacher's tone. Let's go on to the fourth tone now, and we'll return to the third in just a moment. The fourth tone is really easy. We'll call it the dog owner's tone. People with dogs tend to be either always telling them off or giving them instructions. They say things like, no, don't, sit. This is the fourth tone in Chinese, a downward, falling tone, the dog owner's tone, that they use when telling their dog what to do. Try it now. Say no.
no
no
Say don't.
don't
don't
Say sit.
sit
sit
So, that's the fourth tone, the dog owner's tone. Simple. Let's try practicing these two new tones now. Firstly, give me the third tone, the exasperated teacher who's just been interrupted's tone. So, be that teacher who's really out of patience and say, yes.
yes
yes
That's the third tone. It really encapsulates that feeling.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?